Welcome to another episode of Love Tech Live. In this episode, we'll be covering CSS Descendant selectors, which allow us to select elements that are contained within other elements on our page. Let's start, before we dive into the demo, let's look at the code, the demo source code. So essentially what we're doing here is we have a number of elements that are nested within other elements. We have a UL tag with li tag children. If you're not aware, this is an unordered list in HTML, and li stands for list item. We also have ol tag, which is ordered list, and the li list item children. The difference between unordered lists and ordered lists is that unordered lists are essentially bullet points, and ordered lists are numbered lists, like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And then the final example we have here is nested divs with unique IDs. And then on the right side of our page, we have these badges, these rules that you can hover over, and the page logic will select or highlight the elements on the left that are a match based on the selector. So let's just look at how this works real quick. When you mouse over one of those rules, it's going to unhighlight any highlighted elements. It'll get the rule that you're hovering over, and it'll use a jQuery select with that rule and highlight any matches. Highlight essentially is just a border with 2 pixels of a nice blue color. So let's dive in here and try it out. So just starting off real simple to give us some context, we have .coolParent, which is a class selector. So you see both of our lists have a coolParent class. This is where it starts getting interesting. .coolParent space li. So that means find all the list item tags, the li tags, underneath a coolParent class element. So look for any elements with class coolParent, and then select all list items that are descendants. Now notice the space syntax means it doesn't have to be a direct child. It can be a grandchild or grand-grandchild, etc. This is contrary to the caret, the greater than sign, which means it has to be directly underneath the parent element. So let's go back to the second example here, .coolParent li, and as you can see, it selects the list items for both the ordered and the unordered lists. Alright, and then this next example, this is also a descendant selector. Notice the star. That means select all of the elements, every single one that's underneath the parent element. If you haven't seen the last episode where we went over the basic CSS selectors, when you don't have any space, like in this ol.coolParent example, that means that we're looking for a tag we're looking for an ol tag that has the coolParent class. So this is our ordered list. Notice we don't select on the unordered list like we do in this example. ul.coolParent means find all unordered lists with class coolParent and find an li tag. Find all list items, aka the li tag, underneath. In our next example, this is really similar to the star, except for if we had other elements in here, such as spans or subdivs or more children underneath the li, those would be selected by the star, but not selected in this fifth example. Continuing along, we'll select, this has a compound rule, or a combo rule. So we're looking for coolParent ordered lists. So ordered lists with the class coolParent, and then not all children or descendants, but only descendants that have the tag li in the class coolChild. So you see items 2 and 4 have coolChild class. Continuing along, we have a descendant select rule. So we're selecting all of the children of element C that have, or the children of the element with ID element C that have the ID element C1A. And this is kind of a useless rule in this case because it's the equivalent of just selecting hashtag C1A. Moving along, element B, descendants. We're selecting all of the ordered list descendants with cool parent class that fall underneath element B ID element. And then after we get all of those, we're looking for descendants, list item descendants with class coolChild. Now let's look at this caret rule, this greater than sign symbol that we can use to really fine-tune our selections. Although a lot of times just using a space is better because it's a little bit more flexible. But this is more rigid. It means it has to be directly underneath. So element C has to have a child that's directly underneath with element ID element C1, and then underneath that we have to have an element with ID element C1A. And then the final example, same thing, element B with direct children, ordered lists with class coolParent, and then direct children list item with class coolChild. So just to summarize the concepts here, children selectors is the greater than sign. That means select the direct children. Descendant selectors, that's the space. So ol.coolParent space li is selecting all list item descendants of ordered lists with class coolParent. And the all element selector star means all elements. So that's an interesting one when combined with descendant rules, because you can say select all descendants. Like in this example, select all descendant elements of ordered lists with class coolParent. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of LoveTech Live. If this video was helpful, click that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Check out the description box of this video or just go to lovetech.io for more plugins and tutorials.